up a good open testing framework. Selenium IDE exported a test case using WebDriver from Selenium IDE. Okay. Copied the code to Eclipse and changed the code to run for TestNG. Remember, we removed some part of code for JUnit. We removed JUnit and added TestNG.annotations.star. Okay, so edited the at before and at after method to at before method and at after method. So that is what the change we have done. I think it has timed out. It is timing out. Let me wait. So right now it got passed. Total test run was 1 and there are no failures and skips. Now let us study our test output. What exactly is created in my index.html. Okay, this is what created in my index.html. Fine. This was the code which was used, configuration settings. One test, default test, and one method passed. Test advanced search WD. Times, it took 2 seconds. It took 223 seconds. Good, which means a little over 3 minutes, I think. Okay, 4 minutes, almost 4 minutes. Fine. Now the result is going to be same for both WebDriver and Selenium RC. Now here you see something called a breakdown of our time, which means which method took a lot of time. This is a good eye-opener, I think, because setup did not took more than 0 milliseconds. The value is very trivial that it is unable to calculate it, and test advanced search WD took 9 seconds, which means actual scenario took only 9 seconds to complete, and then tear down method happened to take 232 seconds. Okay, let it be. Now I'm coming back to my Java, and I'm going to use one more WebDriver program which I already have in place. This is another program which I already have in place. Okay, both are being exported from our developed test cases only. It is not any other new one. So I have two things in place. I want to use TestNG.xml document to use these two WebDriver programs and execute. Okay, I'm getting back to my TestNG.xml, and now I'm saying advanced search WD, and then search and click WD. Fine. I want to remove these two lines, two parameters. So let me execute. It may take a while, I think, to execute because the tear down methods takes lot of time. Right click TestNG. Okay. No need for this groups. Save. Right click, run as TestNG suite. Okay, TestNG works perfectly because the test cases have started executing. Modified the TestNG.xml or executing WebDriver class files. Executing the WebDriver files. Sorry, executing the TestNG.xml. Let us see where it takes us. So both the two test cases are being executed. Sorry, the server was running already. I was referring to another CMD, but no problem. I just stopped it. So still the code runs. So right now the test is running in Firefox. Okay, what if I want to execute this test in Chrome? Okay, in WebDriver, using WebDriver, we are executing this code in Firefox. Now what happens if we have an idea to execute it in Chrome? Okay, it can be done, but you need to download a driver specifically for Chrome from this website. Okay, it needs to be downloaded from this particular location. Okay, you can download your own zip archive based on the operating system and the architecture of your operating system, either 32 or 64-bit. Based on that, you download it and then you have to extract it. Okay, once you download, you need to extract it. I'll copy and paste this to the questions. Okay, to the questions dialog box. I will paste it. Wait for a second. It is being sent to all. So once you download this, I'll show what exactly it looks like. So this is how the zip archive looks like. Whenever you try to open that zip archive, there is only one exe which is zipped, chrome driver.exe. You can extract it like this, like what you see in my computer right now. Okay, you can extract it like this and we can utilize it in our code. Let this execution complete and we will see how to use it in our code. You can use almost all the browsers in market, but only thing is you should download all these things, specific drivers designed for specific browsers that you need to download. So the execution is complete right now using TestNG. What difference does it make? What difference does it make in my result? Nothing, not much. And now on test, and I think I have named both the tests as test advanced search WD. Fine, that's not a problem. Now let me close this, close the window, come back to Eclipse, and let us execute both the test cases using Chrome. Now I will add a line here. We say I need to import OpenQA dot Selenium dot Chrome. Sorry, why it is not being located? Let me say we are going to use it with Chrome driver. Driver is equal to new Chrome driver. Okay, now let me save this. And try to execute now. I have added these references to both the test cases. Okay, here it is. The code is right here. Let me just enable it. Control C and then Control V. This is the code I added for executing the test cases in Chrome. Okay, the first method references the exact location where my Chrome driver is located. This is very necessary because the Eclipse does not know where exactly the Chrome driver is, or the Selenium even does not know where exactly it is. Firefox, it is different because Firefox is always in the test path. That is not a problem. You can also set this in home path, but it is better if you can refer the Chrome driver which you have extracted right here and pass it as a parameter. Now let us execute the same testng.xml document to see if my test case is executed in Chrome. Run as testng. Voila, Chrome is being opened. So specific drivers needs to be downloaded for each of the browsers. You can find all the supported browsers in seleniumhq.org, and you may also find reference links from where you can download the drivers. Now we will try with Firefox again for parallel execution, and then we have got two more things to learn: custom reporting. Okay, let me see. Let this execute fast. So far clear. If you have any questions, you may ask. So far so clear. Please raise your hand. Okay, thank you. Thanks for your response. Thanks. Good. Thank you. Thanks for the response. Now the second test case is starting. Now in my notes I'll say downloaded Chrome driver, referenced it in the program, started executing the tests using Chrome driver. Fine. So next thing I'll say is we will study the reports. And one more big question arises in our mind is like the results which I am getting is like I'm unable to understand everything clearly. What if I want to generate my own reports? Okay, if a question like that arises in our mind, we have to develop a custom reporting program. The name may seem a bit big, but it is a very simple program through which we will be able to create a HTML document which will log messages. Okay, the steps are very clear. Create a HTML doc. Okay, log messages. That's it. So based on our idea of how we need our report, we will have a program which is already written. There are methods actually. There are three methods through which I can log messages to my HTML document, which can be understood by me easily. Okay, let us see how to do that once this is complete. Okay, now in the console there are two lines with in red color font. It says that Chrome driver was started on port number something. Okay, as it did not harm any program execution, we do not want to care about that. So this asserts that we will be able to run our code using Chrome driver also, using Chrome browser also. So I'm going to comment. I'm commenting my Chrome line, and I'm getting back to Firefox. Done. Firefox is done. So to showcase this custom reporting, I'm having two methods. I'll move to one more program called Bookstore Custom Reporting. We all have seen this program multiple times, but I have injected some more code into it. Okay, some code into additional code into it. Okay, uh, this is an exact replica of bookstore.java, which we have always used. Okay, I'm coming to this program and I'm scrolling down. To show you three methods which is created. Okay, the first one is create report, second one is log status, and third one is log messages. There are three methods, custom methods, which are created through which a HTML document is created. And two more methods are there, log status and log message. Log status, there is a differentiation between these two things because it accepts three parameters while this accepts two. This is being designed like I can pass my test case ID also whenever I want to create my messages. You will see the difference when we execute and see this program. Okay. Now in the first line I have said create report. This is an exact replica of what we saw as bookstore.java, but the log status, log messages has been included at certain parts to make our report. Okay, let us execute this program. To see what happens. Okay, I am right clicking bookstore custom reports.java, but this will require my Selenium server to be started because it is an RC program. Now let me go to Selenium cd jar files java-jar selenium-server standalone. So I have started my server. I'm right clicking on my custom reporting, run as, and say TestNG. So usual way of executing our program. Create report method which creates HTML document. Okay, log status, it prints the test case ID, okay, test step and pass status. And log message, it prints test steps and status. Okay, there is only one simple difference between log status and log message. It has the test case ID. You will see the difference in a few moments where there are two print statements which are used. So these are the three methods which we have inside this program. Okay, it writes a HTML file, and the other two methods use the HTML file to print our result. Now there is a timeout error. Which has happened. Okay, let me not care about that and let us try to open our result file. Okay, I have provided the location like this, which means directly the file is named, no other drive is provided, so it means that it should be created in our project root directory. The program is just executed. In the create report method I have provided the result as result.html. Okay, so it means that it should be created in our project directory. I'm going to refresh the project directory so as to look that if it is created or not. Right click and say refresh. Right, a result.html is being added here. Now I'm going back to my project folder, okay, and I'm opening my result document. See, there is a result document which is created, which bears the test case ID as TC00002, and these are all the steps. All these values are passed by me in my Java program. Okay, all these values are passed by me in the Java program. If you look into this, you see like this. See, TC002 landing page. For the first method, it was not created because it generated a timeout error. Okay, let us execute it again. When by the time we study our report, let it run for one more time and see if the first test case is passing or not, because we cannot control this timeout error. It happens with respect to the server. Let me open the site once manually to see how long it takes. Okay, executing it again. So let it run. Let it run. All these things are formatted. Okay, it looks like a table where I can understand it clearly. I'm saying that here is where the TC002 test case 002 starts, and landing page, what happens to the landing page, it is passed. I just added all these lines after every line to make sure that the program moves forward. Okay, if there is an error, it will not get executed and it will not be printed. More control can be provided by having conditions in place. Okay, condition structures can be placed to have more control, like this one, from line number 41 to 46. I am utilizing a condition method. Okay, I'm sorry, a conditional structure, if structure, conditional statement. So there is something which gets generated right here, like boolean search result is element present, which means, if you remember correctly, we added this in our IDE and that has been present like this. We used store value present, okay, and then we used echo command also. So both of these lines has been transformed like this. So using this search result, which I know that it will contain either true or false, I am having a condition here. I'm saying that if search result is equal to true, put a pass statement. If it is failed, put a fail statement. Like this, you can add more control to your custom reporting. You can have a number of reports which are generated by default, but having a custom reporting will help you a lot. Okay, it can be programmed with respect to your project needs, okay, and your project complexity also. Now both of the things are displaying timeout errors. Let us try for only one more time. I think it should work. I don't know why the server is very slow. So instead of writing or sending messages to the report files using log status and log message, okay, more control can be harnessed by having conditional structures, if structures. Oh, what happened to this? Okay.